hot in the last 2 days, and now it's all overcast. So maybe I got into that gloomy, like, just relaxed day, and then I'm like, he sent me that text. I was like, oh yeah, we were supposed to do that.
After you texted me last night, hey, are we doing a show? And I'm like, David is on it.
Yeah, and dude. 12 hours later, it's completely fucking flipped on its head.
And that's exactly what it's like to be in a bar. Welcome to an All No Drinks Awards by ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe it? We're actually back after a couple of weeks of a break.
And then we're gonna be off for a couple weeks of break.
And then we're going to take some more time off. Breaking
But
news.
last week wasn't my fault. Last
Yeah,
week
no,
wasn't my fault.
that was all me. That was all me. We had some stuff going on in our underground garage, and they needed the cars moved. And in order for the cars, the parking situation here is an atrocity. And when I got this place, I never thought about visitors. I'm like, who's gonna visit me? So as long as I had a parking spot, I was cool. But then my mom wanted to come over, and my family and stuff like that. So then I'm like, damn, this, I wish I could have foresaw this, but I didn't. So
Yeah,
when they did
I
that,
wish I could have foreseen that people would like me.
I know that people would want to come to my place. Um, Unlike in West Covina where I used to live, I was begging people to come over my studio apartment, and no one came. And there was tons of parking everywhere. I need a drink. What? Oh
Yeah,
man,
right there,
I don't know.
buddy.
Oh, I'm not. I need to drink. Let's get into the drinks. I'm drinking tea this morning.
Mm. I have a little vodka,
What was that? You broke up.
some vodka and cranberry.
Vodka. Wow, the vodka cran. Those two
Yeah,
are synonymous together.
yeah, that
Very
or I didn't have any OJ.
much. OJ is expired. Let's get into that, shall we?
Just kidding. Yeah,
Might as well. Might as well.
why not?
It's I don't know how big this news is for everybody that is not in Southern California. Yes, this was the trial of the century, and FX did a great mini series about this with Cuba Gooding Jr., David Schwimmer. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It is
I,
fantabulastic.
I think they're
Um,
showing it on Hulu right now.
are they? Oh,
Hmm.
I've been thinking about getting Hulu recently just because I've been trying to stay up late to watch Saturday Night Live, and I've been falling asleep. And I know it comes on like at 8:30, but my sleeping patterns are so erratic, and sometimes I just can't. So
From Saturday Night Live, like the new season, like current ones or old ones.
the current one, um, the current season. I'm always into what's new and seeing if I get their political humor.
You're better off getting Peacock then, because they have like the Saturday Night Live comes on Peacock because it's NBC.
Right, right. But Hulu does the next day. You could watch it the next day. You don't have to watch it live or anything like that. So I don't know. I've been wanting
Uh,
to watch Murders in the Building, and what else have I been wanting to watch? I've been wanting to watch just a bunch of different stuff that isn't on Disney
I
Plus.
gotcha.
So
Dude.
yeah, that's
Um,
that's the only
but yeah,
subscription that I have right now. But anyway, we went off track a little bit, but shocking.
we always do.
I know,
Somebody's supposed to.
shocking.
Okay, let's get back to OJ. He's dead.
Yes, yes. And this is, you know what? And this is a critique of just journalism. Anytime someone passes away, it's always the hard so and so dead. It's just like It's a passed away, quietly. No, it's always so finite. Whenever
I
someone
mean,
passes, it's just like, oh,
but did he deserve like that? Like, oh, he passed away. No, motherfucking dead.
you're right,
I'm not saying he did it. I'm not saying he didn't do it,
right.
but he did fuck up and still spend time in prison for something completely different.
I know,
So I mean,
and you know what? And we all felt kind of vindicated when they're like, "We're giving you 33 years for stealing your shit back." They're like, "We found you. We finally caught you in a loophole."
yeah, yeah, it's like getting fucking Al Capone and fucking
Tax
for tax
evasion.
evasion. We couldn't get you on anything else. Tax evasion. Yeah,
Yeah, OJ was an extremely polarizing figure, especially here in Southern California, because as you know,
he
he
was.
played for USC, and so that's what kind of made him, kind of a big deal here. And then, of course, his career in movies with Naked Gun and
Yeah.
and uh, just some of his other antics that he did on screen. Um, I'm trying to think. When I saw it, I was, that I read that he passed. I was like, man, I wonder if he's gonna fit in his casket, you know, or if they're just gonna, they're gonna fit him like, oh, he doesn't fit, so they're just gonna pull him out. That's a joke that like I've been working on. Nobody understands because the gloves didn't fit, so but like they put him in his casket. He did. No, no, I'm not quitting my day job.
Yeah, yeah. Don't quit any job.
Don't quit.
Any job.
As a matter of fact, don't even start a job. Just I thought that was a hilarious joke, but it's flown over everybody's head. I'm just like, damn. I was like, David will get it. Nope, not even
It
David.
didn't. It didn't. It didn't. I'll be honest with you. Well, again, I'm a little off today, so but yeah, wasn't feeling that one.
Hmm.
Didn't.
Hmm. Yeah, no worries. It's so funny. Everyone's like with OJ. They're like, we know he's not in heaven, and I'm like, well, we don't know where he's at. Believe what you want, but he could be in heaven, he could be in hell, he could be nowhere. We don't know. So there is that. That
I, I saw people put like rest in peace, and I'm like, really? I mean, when they always say, "Oh, rest in peace," I go, that person was a terrible person.
yeah,
Like, how do you believe they're gonna end up where you think they're gonna end up? No, 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 no. Not by
yeah,
your rules.
yeah, yeah. So I read it on the online, and I was neither here nor there. I was just like, oh wow, that's crazy. You know, I didn't even know he had cancer. Um,
I didn't either.
yeah, I don't think anyone did. Um, but yeah, it's been interesting to see everybody's reactions. Uh, about OJ. What was it? I think it was one of the Jenners like wrote like good. It's like, damn. I was like, how
I
do
think it
you
was
really feel?
I think it was Bruce slash Caitlin.
Yeah, it was. It's like, fuck. I was like, apparently they were friends. I didn't even know that they were friends, but they were friends, and I'm just like, damn, what did he do to just kind of turn his back on him? Other than kill two people allegedly, allegedly.
Allegedly. I don't know. What is? I don't like to know. I mean, there's people who have hate for all sorts of reasons, but you know, there was that talk that Chloe was OJ's daughter,
No way,
one
I
of the
didn't know that.
Kardashians. Yeah, because she was like the statue, like she was like taller than everybody. She's bigger than everybody. It's like because their father, the original, I think it was the fucking the mom's original husband was
White?
the lawyer. The lawyer, no, it was the lawyer,
She was white.
Robert Kardashian, right? That's
Yeah,
his name. I
yeah.
don't.
Yeah,
It's been so long. It's been so long.
it has. It's been like 30 odd years
Yeah.
since this trial, and because of that, there became court TV, and then we just became obsessed with trials and whatnot, and yeah, yeah. You don't get to OJ Simpson and then just get to Amber Heard, because of OJ Simpson, and Johnny Depp. So that was they were saying that this was probably the catalyst for reality TV to then just kind of implode or explode, I should say, to TV. And I kind of agree. I kind of agreed with that kind of sentiment for
Mm.
it. I mean, I was watching it and I was like in high school, like maybe I was in like ninth grade, and I was even watching this trying to see what was going on.
I didn't watch the trial. Like you caught like the the ins and outs of it, but I never like you get the news updates where it's showing him trying to fit the glove and Judge Ito. Like even the fact that I remember that is like the judge's name. That's like and that's how big it was. Like the car chase on the freeway, the slow chase in the
Yeah.
Bronco and people over the fucking overpasses with signs and shit. I'm like, oh my god, maybe that was the beginning of the end for fucking society.
It was
I thought
led by
I
OJ.
I blamed the real world. I blamed MTV for it
Yeah.
initially because without the real world, we wouldn't have the reality television that we do, where everyone's like it's a dating show. It's like, dude, one guy is like, you have 40 women fighting after one guy. What the fuck is this shit?
Story of my life, David. Story of my life.
So yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to beat him off with a stick. How would I know?
Oh man, that brings up another interesting topic that I don't think you know about, so this may surprise you. I was seeing someone for about 3 months, and I know, and it ended clearly. That's what I'm talking about. I
Were you keeping it hush hush because you didn't want to jinx it or
Yeah,
what?
yeah, yeah. I didn't want to jinx it. It was very hush hush, but it was going kind of okay. But I knew things were turning for the worse when she started saying that God answered her prayers by sending me, and I was just like, "This is not going to end well." I just knew. I was just, I was like, "Damn."
That that was the point where you're like, hmm,
Yeah,
yeah, no. Um, most people see that as a compliment.
you would think, but most people are not me, David.
uh, this I learned a long time ago, sir. But I'm sorry it didn't work out. I
Yeah,
mean,
like I'm sorry too, but I'm not, because each year that passes, I just keep on getting closer and closer and closer. So I'm like, okay, like I was able to understand, like I could be stable, have a stabilized somewhat relationship for 3 months. Before it was like, I went out on one date. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I see it as a win, clearly. Um, the thing though is we're still friends on the Instagram, and like I don't know what to do. I'm like, do I stopped looking at all of her, because when you're kind of seeing somebody, you're looking at
Their posts
their
and everything,
posts and
yeah.
stuff, and you're being supportive. Okay, I like that. Okay, yes, yes, yes. So I put her stuff on mute. You know what I mean? Like, well, let me just hold off right now for a bit, put it on mute, and then maybe in like a month or two, like I'll just unfollow. You know, but that's so weird. Like, our
So it wasn't amicable, the breakup.
it, yeah, I think it was, only because you know it the new irreconcilable differences in a relationship is I need to work on myself. That She's like, meeting you made me realize I need to work on myself. And I'm like, what? Okay, all right, go work on yourself. I got no problem with that. I don't know what that means, David.
Is that the new "it's not you, it's me" thing?
I think
I
so.
gotta go work on it. It's not you, it's me.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so it's like,
Hit you, she hit you with the Costanza.
I think she did. I think she did. So and she kind of did too, because her like ex-boyfriend was like in the hospital and stuff like that. So it's like, I don't know. It was just all these weird things, and we got along okay. Like the oddest part was we were both completely opposite. Like literally. And it was like to the point of it was just odd, where it was like, for example, I like coffee. She liked tea, right? Um I was into rock. She was more of a hip hop person. Which I'm like, okay, I kind of like hip hop. You know what I mean? I'm not like the biggest hip hop person. Clearly, I mean, guys, like a couple weeks ago, we just had a hip hop group. If you're not listening or subscribing, click that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. It has like 44 views. It's one of our highest viewed shows on YouTube. So click Drinks Towards By, and hit that banner channel. But she didn't drive, I drove. It was just these odd, like, weird things of we were just so completely opposite, where it was whereas where at one point I'm like, there has to be something that we both enjoyed together, you know. So in a way, I was kind of relieved that it kind of didn't work out, because I'm just like, this is just odd, you know. Um but hey, I wished her well, and in those situations, and I thought it was just best just to be like, you know what, go, work on yourself, but I gotta go.
How did
I'm
you meet?
gonna. Oh, it was through a mutual friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, who was like, I think you guys. He's like, I think you guys would get along. He kind of works with her at one of his jobs, and he knows me, and out here in Inglewood, that I met him, and he's like, dude, I really think you guys would get along. So we met, and then the first month was just kind of a texting kind of thing, and
The
then
filling
we
out
went
process.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we went out a couple times, like 4 or 5 times. You know what I mean? Nothing too crazy, and then it just, but like towards the end, we were like texting each other every day. So it was like it was I don't know, it was weird. It was like a relationship without anything, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
but yeah,
You
but
said it's a learning process. You're getting back on that horse.
yeah, for
All
sure.
right, it's good for you. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, yeah. So that's kind of my
Apparently, your God's gift to somebody.
to somebody. Who that somebody is, maybe we'll find out. I don't know. We shall see. So let me know, guys, what your thoughts are, whether it's on OJ, whether it's on this explosive news of me. Uh, Email us, drinkswordsby at gmail.com is where you can find us at. Go ahead, or just slide in the DM with that. Um, I wanted to talk real quick about our Venmo. Guys, Venmo thinks that we no longer exist. I got an email saying, "Hey, did you close your account? What's going on? How come there's been no activity?" I don't know, guys. Why hasn't there been any activity?
Inquiring minds want to know.
Venmo us. That drinks towards by let them know there is activity. Just wanted to put
I
that
guess
out there.
I gotta send $1 to ourselves. Just we're still
Yeah, like oh okay. I was watching this news thing about because here in America we have taxes and they're due like on Monday or Tuesday, and they're like if you made over over 200 transactions on Venmo or $20,000 on Venmo, you have to report. And I'm like, we have no problem there.
yeah. We don't have to
Nope,
file taxes.
we don't have to report our Venmo.
We're safe
So
except for having to pay taxes.
yeah, so there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Just a little PSA for you guys out there in Podland, if you will. But speaking of money, I've been thinking about expanding and creating a business, David.
Okay.
And and
Is this one of your $1 million ideas?
this is one of our $1 million ideas, guys. You can Venmo us money and be a part of this idea. Restaurants are all about fusion. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a restaurant and I'm going to fuse Mexican cuisine with, get this, David. This goes perfect with topless servers. Okay. And the name of this is going to be called Enchiladas. What do you think? What do you think?
It's a much better joke than the fucking casket. Tell you that much.
Uh,
Look, we found this snippet.
yeah,
We found this snippet in Chichiladas.
yes,
I like it. I like it. I like it. What's not to like? You got tacos and titties.
yeah. That's that. Now that is our little sidebar. It's our mini restaurant. That's our cantina name. Tacos and
The
titties
kids, tacos and
in,
titties.
in our in our restaurant. Uh, these billion
Oh
dollar
my god.
ideas, guys.
Yeah. Chichiladas. Tacos.
Oh, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Ah,
That's
yeah.
it, everybody. That's the show. We're out.
That's it, everybody. Yeah. Oh shit. Um. Yeah. I'll invest. Let me know. You know
Oh man.
this that it's allowed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's we need some startup money, guys. So Venmo us. Let us
Yeah.
know. Um another thing I've been into is I've been and I want to know this about you, David. When you buy something, do you buy like more of it just in case? For example, um I just I redid all my headphones and I put these new ear cushions, and I replaced all my headphones, and then I was like, oh my god, what happens if the company goes out of business? What happens if they stop selling? And I can never find them again. I'm like, I better order four more pairs just in case.
No, I do not. It's it is very rare. I think this happens for women more because like makeup goes out like they'll run out of like a certain color or something. So I think women do this because they oh, my favorite color and they're gonna discontinue it, so I gotta buy like fucking 24 of them. That's my wife. But
Yeah.
no, I don't tend to overstock on anything. I am under the assumption that it'll always be there. If it doesn't, then I'll change. Until then, you know, eh. I do have some subscribe items on my Amazon thing. Like this comes every couple months. Other
Really?
than that, no. Yeah.
Like what would be on there? Like toothpaste, maybe.
Um. Uh. For a while, I had razors, like packs of razors that would come,
Yeah.
and then the shampoo that I use. Yes, I use shampoo. Because of my eczema, I have to use like a specific one, and sometimes it's hard to find in the stores. So since it's on there, I just have it as a grab. That's the only one, only because it's hard to find. Not that it's like discontinued, it's just hard to find.
I find it odd that you have eczema because every time
So
I've seen you, your skin is just so like silky. You know, it's like it never you never look eczema.
that is a combination of many items that are used to make this.
Well, I
It's
mean, keep
mostly
on using
Cetaphil.
them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, keep on using it, man. I mean, it's working. I would have never even known had you not
Yeah.
confessed it over the airwaves.
Mhm. You know, we all have something nowadays as we get older. Like I'm over here the last this week I've been in constant pain. Like for my shoulder, this is hurting like it shoots down my arm and then my lower back. Like everything on my right side. I don't know what the hell's going on, but like I have to stretch more and I'm leaving out of town, so I have to be like I have to like I can't be in pain when I'm working outside. Um, which looks like it's gonna rain, so I'll be outside in the rain.
Yay!
Uh, yeah, but yeah, it'll be glad to be working. So I'll be heading to Austin, Texas again, uh, for a festival, and then straight from Austin going to Detroit.
Detroit. What's happening in Detroit?
The draft.
Ah, the draft. Gotcha. That's like in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's the 26, 27, 28. I think.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, since we're doing that, let's just go get into it. Sports, ladies and gentlemen.
Sports.
Yes.
Um, so it turns out that Otani's right? Otani's fucking guy.
Shohei.
He's still like $16 million. How much money do you have that you don't realize that's missing?
Well, from what I hear, he just got like Ippy just got into his just baseball player account. He didn't get into his other account, which is all of his the money that he gets from endorsements and stuff, which he makes like way more in endorsements than he does off of his measly check from baseball.
Yeah,
Imagine being that rich where you don't even recognize that money gone because you're too busy with your other bank account that
the other
makes
money. Yeah,
other money. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
we get signs from Venmo going, "Are you guys alive?"
Yeah. Are you guys still active? We've seen no activity in your account
Yeah,
for quite some
yep,
time. Yeah, so yeah, I thought that was very interesting. The plot thickens. I've been reading. He's working on a plea deal, and I'm like, what's the plea deal? Yeah, I did it.
yeah,
It's just like, and it's funny because like they're like, oh my god, the Dodgers are covering all this up. I'm like, dude, this happened on the Angels' watch. I'm like, this happened while he was an Angel, but like for some reason, they're casting shade on the Dodgers, saying that it was us, and I'm just like, what? How does this work? You know, it's like
yeah.
we
I
don't.
mean, it's always what's happening now as opposed to like we caught you here, so it had to have been here. Like he hasn't been here long enough. He hasn't got even first like even his first full paycheck yet.
I know,
So, you know what I mean?
dude. And speaking of which, he just hit his first home run. in Dodger Stadium last week. I don't know if you read about what was going on with all that. And so a girl caught it, and the security like got her, and they moved her to another location, and they basically like told her like, look, you need to give us this ball, because if you don't, we're not going to authenticate it. And if we don't authenticate it, then that means this ball is worth nothing. And I I was like, what do you
Can
mean?
you do that?
There's 1,000 cameras that caught her catching the ball. She can use that and be like, okay, fine, then then I'm cool with it and I'm keeping the ball. So there was
Yeah.
a and so they gave her kind of like a bad deal. And then afterwards, the beauty of social media, she got on social media and started talking about how she was treated, and things changed real quick. Yeah, and I'm just like, fuck, like, like they're like, the Dodgers are the bad guys, and I'm like, maybe we are. Maybe we are the bad guys if they're doing this shit to the fans. Like, that's not cool, you know?
Yeah, that's terrible, man. Like, dude, you catch it, you're like, hey, we'll give you this, we'll give you this, we'll give you this. Like, you come. What's the old saying? You can get more bees with honey than you can with vinegar.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, give it to us now. Like, some fucking some mobster movie. We're gonna take you down. Like, come the fuck off.
It really felt like mob, man. I'm like, man, these guys are
Yeah.
fucking serious. One time I got a free ball at Dodger Stadium because I was sitting right by the third base foul ball pole, and right there's where the Dodgers were warming up, and they just had some guys just warming up, and it was like towards the end of the game, and I'm just like, hey, throw me a ball, and I like put my hat down, I like scrunched even more to pretend like I'm a little kid, like, sir, throw me the ball. And he threw it to me. I'm like, ah, I got a real ball from the stadium. Don't mind my beard, sir.
Or my beer.
Yeah. So I thought it was cool. I was like, oh man, they gave me a free ball. That's why I still have it. I don't do anything with it. I just look at it and be like, there's a ball from the stadium. That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, that's the thing is like I'm very like I'm not somebody who likes I need to go get autographs or all this stuff. Like I've worked with a lot of famous people. I've been around a lot of famous people in my jobs. I'm never the selfie person or it's just not my thing for
Yeah.
and the story kind of like it puts such a damper on fandom, right? Like like there were so many better ways to handle that. And
Yeah.
he's like, eh, you're already overcharging tickets and beers and hot dogs. And you're trying to you're gonna lose a fan because of this. Like that's terrible. But it's not just that stadium. It's just they just got caught.
Right.
They just got caught. Every stadium has that. Like, oh, you guys are douchebags. Yeah, all right, you guys are douchebags. That's what did it say? Never meet your heroes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
I totally get it. What else is going on in sports besides everything Dodgers, 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 Dodgers? Oh, the Kings. The Kings just got into the wild card. It's been an interesting season for the Kings. Halfway through, they ditched their manager and now have an interim manager. And it's weird. Every time we do that, it seems like we get to the wild card. It's so odd, So there's like the
It's
second.
not Barry Melrose.
No, is that the Clippers guy or whatever?
No, he wasn't. He the old Kings coach back in the day, Barry Melrose. Like he's
Oh,
a
okay.
commentator now.
Oh, was no, I didn't know that. No, no, because our the coach that we had was Stutter, John Stutter, and then we
Yeah, I don't know how far back it goes. Again, I don't watch a lot of hockey. I can enjoy hockey. I just don't watch it. Um, I don't know. I remember us talking earlier about the Kings. You're like they have no chance, and now they're in a wild card. So Do they have a chance?
They're in. They're in. Do they have a chance? I don't know. I'm gonna keep going with my with my winning ways and say no. So that way if they do, they're like they're in the playoffs or they're the championship. I'm like, oh, all right. Keep on using that logic.
Yeah. Let me go buy some Kings gear now that they're winning.
Yeah. I have King's gear. I rarely wear it, but I wear it from time to time. This is my workout Kings shirt when I go work out or go
Mm.
do yoga or something like that. Like I plan on doing yoga to later on today. Um, Yesterday was like such a perfect sports day in my life. I woke up on a Saturday. Saturdays are becoming my favorite sports days. Um, and on TV was everything. Everything was on TV. I got to watch in the morning. I got to watch some like what did I watch? I watched some hockey and some golf because I have two TVs, and so now I'm into like it could be whatever's on. As long as there's some sort of sport, I'm like swimming's on. Let me put that on my second TV, you know, just so I can be watching two different things at once. And then on my iPad, I had just because I can always find a golf game, so I just put on golf. So I had like golf, I had like swimming, and then I had soccer on. So I was like watching three different things at once, and yeah, that was really fun. So I'm enjoying sports on the weekends and just watching the different types. And then later on that night, I was watching like a Mexico game, and then I was then while watching a Dodgers game. So it was nice. It was nice. I got a full day of sports in from literally from the morning to like 8 o'clock at night.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have any. I got to watch some soccer this week, uh, Tuesday, Wednesday, Champions League, um, some exciting matches. Uh, when football's net down, I'm not big into baseball, so it doesn't, that doesn't do me good. Basketball's is rearing it's coming to an end in for the regular season. We're pushing towards the playoffs, so that's going to be exciting. Uh, the NCAA tournament's over, so there goes all that. Um,
Yeah, did you watch that the Caitlin Clark saga?
the saga, we can call it saga. She didn't win the championship. I don't know. I mean, she's a great player, but it becomes that thing like she was good in college. Is she gonna actually be able to transition into the WNBA? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm still tripping out that Ice Cube's offering her $5 million to go play the Big Three.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I mean,
So
I
good for
I'd
her.
do it. Yeah, I'd do it. I'd be like, sure.
Yeah,
Let me do this really quick. Make a quick 5 mil.
yeah. Because I think like the average salary in the WNBA is like 74,000.
Wow.
So I'm sure she's making more of that in college right now. NIL deals.
Right.
Like she put college basketball, women's college basketball, like on the map. Like they have huge fan bases for it, especially in Iowa because Iowa has nothing. They don't have a professional sports team,
Yeah.
so Iowa's like we got the Hawkeyes. So you know,
Not
good
only
on
that,
her. Good
yeah, but
for
not
her.
only that, but women's basketball made more sense as far as the game. Whereas like the men's, they just have two halves. I'm like, because I was watching the men's, I'm like, where's the third quarter? where's where's the fourth quarter? You know what I mean? I'm like, halves, halves. This is weird, you know.
Yeah,
And, and
it's been that way forever though. 20
yeah,
minute two 20 minute running ads. Yeah.
yeah, but I barely watch it, so like I like every time I watch it, it's always new to me. And I'm just like, this is kind of sucky. And then I'm watching the girls. I'm like, see, the girls get it. It makes sense here. So who knows? They may. I think men's basketball for college should change to quarters as well. It seems to be to me like the right thing to do because it just makes more sense. It's more. I think there's more drama in that than a quarter than half versus half.
Well, I mean, it's also a timing thing, right? Because like 4 quarters could take longer than two halves, two running halves.
Yeah,
So maybe it's a time thing. That's also an option, you know. Um, but I agree with you in regards to like it sets them up. It prepares them more for NBA style play when you're playing quarters as opposed to halves. But yeah, I don't know. College basketball in general, I think has ever since they changed the rule where all you have to do is play 1 year in college and then in basketball anyway, and then you can go to the NBA. It's like there's no dynasties in college basketball anymore. Like it was like, oh, Duke's fucking 4 years in a row, or Kentucky and stuff like that. Now, I guess UConn is back-to-back champions, so good for them. But is that because they don't have any legitimate star and they have a good team and they stay together so they know how to play with each other, as opposed to these transfer portals where like, oh, I'm gonna go play over here now. Thanks. Later. I don't know.
yeah,
College sports in general has gotten kind of all of the
yeah.
rules and unregulations that I was turned out to be.
As you bring that up, all I could think about is LeBron James's son. Because now he's kind of looking into getting into professional basketball, and from what I've seen of the numbers and stuff like that, he's not really anything to kind of write home about. It's really just in the name, and more importantly, it's like, well, if we get LeBron James's son, maybe we could get LeBron James, type thing.
James, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, he's also coming off of cardiac arrest. He did have like a heart attack before the season started, so he was coming from behind on that. Yeah, I don't. He's put his name in the hat to go to the NBA. I mean, obviously a second round pick, if not something else. But he also put his name in the transfer portal. So if he doesn't, if he doesn't end up like really going to the NBA, he's going to be on a different team. He won't be at USC next year.
Yeah,
So I don't know. It's a weird thing. I think. I think his problem was he stopped growing. Like he got to like 6'3", and then that's it. He capped out. And 6'3" is tough. That's short in the NBA at this point. You
yeah.
know, most guards are like 6'6".
Jeez.
So I don't wish the kid. Yeah, I wish the kid the best. I think that he has had a lot of pressure because of the dad's name. But we shall see. I don't think anybody's going to draft him because, like you said, he has no numbers to show for it that qualify him for that. Uh, but I think that he would. I think that he would benefit from another year in college. Because one more year in college, then I think he can really get into his own, and then prove that he should be in the NBA or not.
There it is, folks. You listen to David Macias, you're gonna go places. Tell you what. Is there is there any more sports going on?
No, I'm excited for the Olympics coming up. There's a lot of soccer this summer, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, I think we'll have more conversations after the draft. We can see what our teams did and didn't do, and then we can talk about that. And I'll be there in
Yeah.
the midst of it all.
Will we be doing a show from there?
You know what? No, nothing there. Uh, I don't know what my schedule is yet. I can figure that out. All I know is I'm flying. I'm flying from Austin to Detroit, so that's always a trippy thing. Like when I fly, usually it's either I get there and then I fly home. I'm gonna have to fly. So like I have a direct flight from Ontario to Austin, and then from Austin to Detroit, and on the way back I have to. It'll be my first time in Salt Lake City. I actually have a
Ooh.
layover in Salt Lake City. Never been. So
How does laundry work? I mean, you're gonna be gone for like 2 weeks. I'm like, do you take 2 weeks worth of
uh
clothes?
I pack yeah, I pack enough for 2 weeks. But because of weather and stuff like that, I do have normally with the company that I work with, they normally book us in like a residence inn. So like I have a kitchenette and then they have laundry on site. So before I head over, I could just wash my clothes and then, you know, and be prepared for the next week.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Just wondering about that, the logistics of clothes. I'm still in the process of trying to get a washer dryer into my home. I had some missteps and miscues. Some unforeseen events happen that kind of
Yeah.
put the kibosh on that. But in about a month or two, I'll be able to just kind of see where I'm at financially and see if I can reboot that idea. Because there's
Nice,
nothing
nice.
like doing laundry in your home.
No, it's no better. I mean, I like a laundromat because you can get everything done in
Hmm.
within an hour.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
It's nice. It's just like when you put the laundry in, I'm gonna wash some sports, put the laundry in the dryer, let me go wash some sports, let me go put it in the laundry. It is a nice feeling to be able just to wash at home and not have to go anywhere and take your laundry and then worry that people are judging you because of the color of your underwear.
Or the trim of my underwear. You know what I mean?
So the trivia, yeah. So
Like that
I
that
don't
man
know.
wears really small underwear. Like I'm a small
Mental
man.
picture, no.
Yeah.
Mental picture, no.
Yeah.
Um,
So I
speaking
think
of speaking of which, because of the we didn't do the show last week because of your parking garage thing.
yeah,
You said you were gonna go to the movies. Did you go to the movies?
I did it. I didn't because what ended up happening is um I drove out because I was like, okay, I'm like, let me, it was like an hour before we had to move our cars. And I was like, you know what? Let me see if I could go find parking really quick. I drove out, there was no parking. So as I was driving, I was like, oh, let me just go get a breakfast burrito. Let me kill some time. Maybe a parking spot will open up. So I went, killed time, got a burrito, drove back home. And as soon as I got back, there was the prime parking spot opened up for me. So I was able to park there. It was like 10:10. And I was gonna text you like, hey, like we could do a show, but then I was like, well, we already kind of, took the day off, so I was like, let's just let stuff kind of go. And I was behind on my one of my other shows, so I needed to record that. So I was like, let me just use that time for that. So no, I wasn't not able to go. I was gonna go see the new Ghostbusters movie that I've been trying to go see, but I've just
Yeah, I wanted the popcorn box from that.
yeah, I know. The popcorn box look really cool. It's just, it's such a deterrent around here to go watch movies because you always have to pay for parking, and it's not like where I used to live in West Covina where I could just kind of either walk there. I was like less than a mile away from the movie theater, so I could walk there and you know go there, then hit the Cove right after.
Yeah,
So and before I'm like I can hit the Cove
and before
before. So the closest one is I don't know if I've talked about this, is Cineopolis. It's about 3 miles away from me. It's really nice though. It's about $16 for a ticket, and I've been wanting to go bike over there. It's just been raining. It's just been, it's just been not bike weather to go there, but it's on my list of things to do. I was going to do it this weekend. However, this weekend is Coachella here in Southern California, and if you don't know this, I'm about to blow your mind. Coachella, always the first week, they stream it on YouTube. So I do home cello, which is I stay home and they have all the stages, and I just jump from stage to stage, from camera to camera, and I just watch bands like I'm there, and I'm just at home and just kind of just chilling. So that's my plan for this weekend. It's a home cella, and I'm just gonna be doing that. So had that not been going on, and had it not been raining, I would have just probably bit the bullet. And I've been wanting to bike more around the city. It's just biking around here just is it's so unconducive to anything. So but mark my words, within a week, I hopefully will go see that movie. There's that movie I want to see. I want to go see the new Joker movie that's coming out later on. So there's a lot of things that I want to see in the movie theater.
I've yet to see the first one.
Oh,
I gotta
really?
sit down and yeah, I gotta sit down and watch that. I've been into like I've been watching an anime show. Uh, I have a couple shows that I watch, regularly. Um, and then have I seen any movies lately? I watched The Beekeeper. That was entertaining.
What's that?
It's a movie with Jason Statham. It's just a stupid action movie. I watched The Expendables 4. That was terrible.
That's the new
That was
Expendables,
terrible.
right? That's
Yeah, the
that's the
the
newest.
newest one. It was so bad. It, seeing the CG, it was don't do this again. Just let it die here. Did you ever end up watching Roadhouse?
Yeah, yeah, I did. Uh okay. It was the only thing that was the same was kind of the story, you know, but everything else was kind of reimagined. Conor McGregor, by the way, never act. Okay, that's
I
he.
told you, it's terrible, right?
He was, dude. He was more of a cartoon character than anything. How they just let him like, I don't know if he had an acting coach, and if he did, fire him immediately. But like, he just, I don't know. It felt like a leprechaun. You know what I mean? Like they let a leprechaun out. So that was the only thing that took
Yeah,
me out of the story. Anytime I saw him, and it wasn't because he couldn't fight or anything like that. He could. It was just his acting just brought me out. I'm like, dude, like you have so much potential. Like this is not cool. But other than that, it was pretty good. I didn't mind it.
I guess like I said, if you had never seen the first one, you could enjoy this one. Uh, Honestly, you know what I think was going to happen because it was like the most viewed Amazon Prime movie like ever. I think they're going to make a part two.
Well, I mean, what is there left to do? The roadhouse is saved. Now he's gonna go and find another roadhouse. Someone else will be like, I heard what you did in Hawaii. Like we need you to save our bar.
And no, I think it's gonna be like somebody's gonna kidnap somebody in his fucking family or something. Those
Yeah,
cheesy like fucking. It's taken.
yeah,
Roadhouse 2 taken.
yeah. One of the things that other than Conor McGregor, but another thing that kind of took me out of the movie was when there was the fight scene in the bar and the band kept on playing. I'm like, come on, guys! Like this is not realistic. The band would get up and get out of Dodge. I was like, that was
Yeah,
kind of not realistic.
it's like, oh, it's like it happens so often here. Just keep playing.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, no. It was like I said, it was entertaining for what it wanted to be, but it wasn't. I mean, I'll take Roadhouse the original over this one any day.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Have you checked out what is that? There's a new thing on Amazon Prime. It's made from a a
Fallout.
game. Yes, have you checked that out? I've been wanting to check that out. I just hadn't had time.
I watched like the first 10 minutes. Actually, the first 10 minutes is actually pretty crazy. Um, or the first like 5-10 minutes. Uh, but I felt like my wife wouldn't be interested, so I just stopped. I just kind of got the first part because I know that it gets kind of silly after it's kind of like a very dramatic series in the first 10 minutes, but I know it goes downhill from there. As far as it turns into like uh, a dramedy, and I think it was gonna be a little too cheesy for her, so I was like, I'll just take this off because we found the show The Resident. It's on Netflix. It's kind of like fucking Grey's Anatomy meets FBI.
Mm.
There's a lot of like subplots behind, like that are in this that are a little like that's like this goes way off the beaten path of what a surgeon is supposed to be doing. So there's crime and deaths and yeah, like meh. So that's our little like once we've had dinner and we watch that show because there haven't been a lot of movies that have been going out. Let me see. There's I do want to I think is going to be entertaining. But I don't want to pay $20 to rent it. It's called Argyle. Have you seen the previous to that?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've heard nothing but bad things about it.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna enjoy it. I think I'm gonna enjoy it. No, no. But you when you have like it's always like I like think, did you guys owe somebody a favor? Like, did you read the script before you fucking decided to jump in this movie? Yeah, it's like Beekeeper. It's gonna be fucking entertaining. I don't give a shit. That's why I'm not paying $20 for it. You know
Right.
what I mean?
If you have if you're a music guy like myself, there's a movie called Baby Driver. I did see this in the theaters, but it's right now on Netflix, and I highly recommend it if you're a fan of music. It's a good plot as well, good story, but it just has a great soundtrack, and I recommend it. It kind of gets cheesy at the end, but what movie doesn't? But it's good. It's good. If you got like 2 hours to kill, and I put it on. I watched it with headphones because I really enjoyed the music. Because during the time, the guy, like, one of the subplots is the guy has an iPod and is always listening to music. So you're
Yeah,
just like, oh, I love that song, or oh, that song, oh, I forgot about that song. So it's really cool. So again, go check out Baby Driver. It's on Netflix for right now, and maybe some other streaming services later on the road. So go check that out. Anything else that we would recommend for the people watching TV other than us, obviously?
obviously, obviously. No, nothing off the top of my head. Is there anything that? No. I mean, I think we all have our own little shows that we watch, just because it's what we're into. Like I said, my wife and I have uh, our shows that we watch. We watch Tracker on Paramount Plus, FBI. My wife and I we like solving like TV shows and shit. Like who did it? It was them. It was that person right there. And sure enough, like, oh, you were right. Good one. That's our little like our we love murder mysteries. Who was it?
I don't. Like when I watch TV, sometimes I just don't want to think. I feel like the king and in Gladiator, like, entertain me. That's how I am when watching stuff. I'm like, I just want to be entertained and just turn off my brain for a bit, and that's kind of stuff. I'm finishing up watching the old 1990s X-Men. I'm about one season left, and then I could skip to the brand new X-Men, which I've been hearing nothing but great things about.
I did not. I did not go back and rewatch the original, but I have started the new one. I did do that. I have jumped into X-Men '97. Uh, I'm enjoying it. It's a. It's a. They're doing a good job with it. They are doing a really good job. I will give. I'm basing this off of what I've seen and what just all my memories of watching it the original. So you'll have a better. I think you'll have a better take since you are coming right off the story and jumping into it from here. Uh, but having it's not a spoiler, right, about Magneto?
What? What? No, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, then I'm gonna keep it to myself. I'll let you watch and figure it out yourself. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a they've done a good job with it. I'm very happy with it as an original watcher. You know, somebody who grew up with it. Yeah, it's good.
All right. Cool. Any last topics? Last call for topics. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, man. I'm glad we got to do a show. Sorry for being kind of out of it to begin to begin the show. Um, you know, always love talking with you and doing the show with you. We've come such a long way from what this started out as.
I know, I know. And, with that, guys, log on to drinkswordsby.com. There you can see the treasure trove of shows that we've done. I think this is like 170 something. So you can
Yeah,
go back to, show one and, check out the evolution that is our show to what it is now. So I think like around 100 is when we started airing the show on YouTube. So you have a lot of audio to get through in order to get to this point for
yeah.
the visual aspect of the show. So since you're there, we do have a Venmo. Go ahead and send us money. We,
Please.
we yeah, I mean, we do this for the love, but I mean, some cash would be nice. Let's just cut to the chase there. And also, if you're just finding out about us, whether it's through YouTube or some other strange way, log on to drinkswordsby.com and then click the subscribe button to whatever streaming platform you prefer, or go ahead and follow us on YouTube. I believe we just went up one extra viewer, one extra subscriber on YouTube. So we are slowly, getting up there. You too can
Thank
be a
you.
subscriber. Yes, so thank you. Also, send us an email. Anything we talked about, whether it's past, present, or maybe even future, go ahead and send us an email. Drinkswordsby at gmail.com, and just let us know and we'll read it over the air. And if you want to be a guest on Drinks to Words By, send us an email or follow us on the IG. Our handle is at Drinks to Words By. I'm like, what is our handle? It's at Drinks to Words By, ladies and gentlemen.
It's
And slide in the DM or just check us out. We anytime we do a show, we post a highlighted, little story. It's probably going to be about our new restaurant, and if you're interested in, you know, developing that with me, the Enchiladas Mexican restaurant fusion, fusing Mexican with topless with topless servers, and get in the ground on this idea. And of course, our tacos and titty cantina inside. So make sure to to follow us or to send us some money and be a part of that groundbreaking idea, groundbreaking restaurant. And yeah, and thanks for tuning in. Thanks for everything. Okay, it is now time for the final cheers. David, what are we cheersing to this week?
uh to nostalgia. Uh, cheers to X-Men '97, like even Roadhouse, and like WrestleMania, and seeing all those old stars come back. Cheers to just the memories of our childhood and them coming back to us now. Cheers.
Cheers, definitely. Oh man, I am going to cheers to tequila, ladies and gentlemen.
There's your next fusion: tea and tequila. Tequila.
Yes, tequila. Two brilliant ideas. May the ebb and flow.
Cheers. Cheers to Chi Chi's.
Enchiladas.
Others.
I told my accountant about this idea. He's like, "Don't quit your day job." He's like, "That's the worst idea ever," but yet you loved it, David. So you just don't know
Dude,
about these things.
he's gonna find your audience.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. We truly, truly appreciate you. But David, kick him out.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you. Go get some tacos and titties. Later.
And that's gonna wrap it up for Drinks First By. We're out of here. Later.